Hey guys, and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video. So today we are going to be building the fuel shuttle, which will, of course, take fuel to the Duna station. Kind of obvious there, but here we are just building it. Not much to say about that. Pretty basic stuff. It's going to take about 17 days. All good. And then I think I run out of parts right there, so you know, I just gotta get some more, or make some more, but yeah, eventually I'll figure it out. There we go. But getting that all set up, and there we go. Now that I'm thinking about this, do you guys still want me to do Halo videos? Just something I'm wanting to know. You can put some comments down in the comment section. I'll read those just to see, because I kind of want to do those videos again now that I've got a bit extra time. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do. But anyways, back to the video. I'm just looking at all the little tanks right there, and we will be getting some fuel in there here shortly. So I'll get my little Kerbal out of the base builder, and then we'll go fuel it up. Now I'm thinking I might take the base builder and go build like a base somewhere else, maybe several bases, I don't know. But I think it'd be fun to just fly it again to some other location. Then I feel like I almost need some kind of like, well, it'll still be there. I just need some kind of like builder that I can just bring along with me to certain places so I can just build stuff. But yeah, so here I am just getting some little parts out. And then I'm getting one of the bases just so I can hook everything up and have enough room. Because it's a little ways away from the main base. Now, this thing's going to be an absolute nightmare to land, from what I'm guessing. It probably won't be awful, considering it'll be nearly empty, but it won't be fun either. At the moment, I don't really have anything to fuel, but I might send my first little probe from the Duna base. We'll see. Unless I want to make it like xenon fuel powered, then I'll probably just launch a little probe from Kerbin, which I might do, because those just have so much more delta V, which is very helpful. My plan is probably for the future of the series, once I'm done with Duna, I do want to make an asteroid base around Kerbin. I think that'd be very fun. And then we'll do some other stuff. Probably build a Minmus space station, another moon base, and another Minmus base. And then we'll be off to Dres. And then on Dres, we'll just make, you know, the usual, probably a few asteroid space stations, because that's the main feature of it, and then maybe a Dres base or two, and then we'll be off to Jewel. And yeah, that'll be pretty cool. But here we go. Now that this thing is all fueled up, I can launch it. Now, for this vehicle, it's powered by three Thud engines and one Poodle engine. I'm not actually sure if I can lift off with it. Oh yeah, I can lift off with the Thud engines. But I think I just put the Thud engines there just in case I need a little extra lift. But they're not really needed. So I'm just gonna take off. Alright, like that. And then we're going to speed up the video a little bit because, you know, sitting through all like 30 minutes of me just launching the ship isn't particularly interesting. But here we go. Already an Ike apoapse of uh, 10 kilometers. I think I'm in the Ike Highlands, from what I know. I might check oh the biomes for my little scanner, which also has probably enough fuel to go check out the Duna biomes again too. Still has a lot of fuel. Definitely very over-engineered, which that's nice. It's good to be over-engineered than under-engineered. But as you can see, just the launch to get off of Ike took half my fuel. So I am thinking about just putting like a big fuel depot in the orbit of Ike, just so I can get fuel from there and then go out to the Duna station. Of course, it's one extra step, but I think it'll be worth it. Just so I don't have to steal a little bit of fuel from the Duna station. And here we are, just getting a rendezvous set up. So right like that. And then I'm just gonna burn just a little bit at prograde, so I can get a little bit closer. And right at the descending node, I'll make sure that the two orbits are lined up just right. So right like that. And I don't know, we probably have like a separation of a few 100 meters. I'll have to check, maybe a kilometer at most. Docking really isn't too difficult anymore, in my opinion. It's pretty easy stuff. But here I come. I'm gonna dock up with the Duna station. Only a few kilometers away now, and I'm just slowing down. As you can see, I have just a few drops of fuel left when I rendezvous with it. So definitely not enough to get back to Ike, for sure. I'd have to like land with monopropellant or something. That's never good. So a little under-engineered, but that's okay. I can always just fix it up with a little fuel depot in Ike orbit. And then that lets me build a station for it, so I can achieve my little goal of having a station and a base on every planet. But here we go. It's always fun looking at the Duna station. We haven't gotten a look at the Duna base very much, but we should get to once I put the little rocket shuttle in there, which that'll be interesting because that'll probably take almost the same delta V as the Ike shuttle, from what I expect, because fuel isn't nearly fuel shouldn't be much heavier than rocket parts, from what I know. I'll have to check that though. So I'll just get like a big fuel tank and a big rocket parts tank. I'll just compare their weights. But here we are, back to 1 times time acceleration. And we'll be docking up with the station. There we go. Pretty easy maneuver, not very difficult. Little cool transition. And here we are launching our crew to the Duna space station. And then there they go. Up and away. It's a pretty simple rocket, just using some asparagus staging. And then we'll be detaching that booster here pretty shortly. I think it almost mixed up into orbit with us, from what I remember. But yeah, all of these little Kerbals, they will be just sitting in the Duna station until they're needed on Duna or Ike. And there we go, just getting the apps up. Right up to about 7,000 meters. Nice and safe out of the atmosphere. Wouldn't want a deadly re-entry for these guys. That'd be no fun. But here they go. There we go, in orbit, and then I'm going to get those little solar panels out. And we're going to do our little injection burn to Duna. Nice and easy. We got a skipper engine, so it goes by pretty quickly. Nothing much. It's getting pretty easy to transfer to Duna, now that I know the transfer window very well. Nothing hard. But I might have talked about this in the last episode, but I am planning on making a Duna rover base, so that'll make fuel, which will be pretty cool. I've never built a rover base before, but I've always wanted to, so this will definitely be fun to have, kind of driving around. It looks like a camper van, so it'll probably be in the next episode, or something along those lines. We'll see. Alright, so I've already done my little correction burn, and now I'm just entering the SOI. So I think I do an aero brake. Pretty sure I do. Yeah, just right in there, into the Duna apoapse of about 25 from, or maybe 35 from the looks of it. And here we go. On in. And I just close them up just to make sure they don't break, but they do anyways, because that's just how it works. And there we go. As you can clearly see there, I did not put much fuel into this craft. So without that aero brake, I probably wouldn't have made it. But then I just set up the orbit right there, and then we warp around and wait. And there we go, just getting it a little bit closer. And then we're just gonna burn retrograde towards the target, and we'll line on up with it. Just burning just a little bit so I can get just close enough. And then I'll burn again, this time in a little bit of a smaller increment. And I'll go right under the station. It'll look really close and really fast, but that's alright. It's just sped up, so I can see what I'm doing. So there we go. If I'm not mistaken, I think I run out of electric charge, so I have to go save it with the little Duna probe. Yeah. because all of my solar panels burned off. Go figure. So I just grab it and I hook it on as soon as I can figure out where I'm going. There we go. And I just turn off all those little RCS things. That way it'll be a little bit better to control. Because if you have a bunch of thrusters on one side and none on the other, it gets kind of difficult to control. So here we go. Just gonna hook it up. Right, like so. But yeah, that about wraps up this video. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Bye!